defend them unnecessarily. But the allegations and where they don't put they are so serious. And I know waiting now President Koroma intake when it comes for the peace and security of the country.
Of them people will be responsible for November 26. Today, we don't charge them for teasing, mispeacing of teasing, aiding and abetting the enemy, and other offenses. In fact, as a spire, where we know before, and he released and he put out. The camera, let's not fake news again also. But there are no fake news. So, now for those say His Excellency they work very hard, and anybody that tries to be number one in this country, they bring them to justice. It don't matter how he big, it don't matter how he small. If big power respect, it will behave like big man. Also, the word for the vice, and thank you very much.
These type of things there. So you see the countless example, then all the points to one person, even before the investigator, they don't indict them, they don't crucify, they don't send them guilty na the mouth, a public statement and all. Even when Madabioli come and make statements, the second statements for where we can talk about this or this what. The only thing we can talk like who's the evidence living in there the book.
You know, I can always say I don't know Madabio for a very long time. Some of us will be very bold for come out very publicly and call them out on that. Now that
Mr.
may be don't
Bayraytay,
even very clear.
Mr. Bayraytay, I just ask. When I look at that video, the way the minister they talk like Kailao, it sounds like the issue like na politics thing because they address I think I chief them and some ruling party officials, make it as if na campaign business they go on and go talk about to the time where the government don't spend for making and try for convince people and say this is a coup, they don't spend a lot of time, press conference. But when it comes to the tangible things, so they for show people, maybe don't challenge, say, in me on independently as an independent journalist, I don't challenge the picture when they first publish, say, oh, look what it's all gone as in a fake picture. I don't challenge that. But when all this thing, look at all this minister is like, and just they say, go talk, this, go talk, go talk, go talk, this, go talk. Go talk. So even some of who's the decision and it take place, probably not even did it. Now let's talk about the reputational damage of calling a former president. We don't rule for 2 times and hand over power you say he won't overthrow you. Let's talk about the reputational damage also. What in this mean for Ernestkoroma, especially looking at his status where we don't enjoy. Apart from being a former president, but also you don't involve in a lot of peace missions across the region and even other parts of the world. What do you think about the reputational damage of this? However, I go on both ways. What's in your way? How you think this will affect?
Now a very ugly situation, and I empathize with the former president. When I see that picture where it's in up at the dock, I look at the way in collab in Dana in close, the way the one drop. Now I shake my head. I say, wow, that was not my president that I served. The president that I knew was very much concerned about his public image. The president that I knew, when it addressed very smart and it respond to the occasion. But you know, we all, for once, because of my human rights thing what I believe in, I condemn any military coup, I condemn any insurrection I believe say we for change government then through the ballot box. But we don't see in the new trend, we don't also see where people and they commit coup, where then they thief people and ballots them, and Madabio don't exercise that. Because 2023 elections, that constitute a civil coup against the people of Sierra Leone. So when you talk about reputational damage, I can always say one thing. When rain they for them, they know they for them now, one man do not. Then power, where you all they say now like the opium of the masses. The more you day inside, the more you feel say you now the be and end all. I can always tell people the Maryland go read one book. We're not big too much. Now, the title now Dr. Faustus, written by Christopher Marlowe. It is a highly political book about dictatorship and the need for power. Madabio right now, he feels say he get the military, he feels say he get the police, he feels say he gets the judiciary, and this is where, when it comes to the reputation of Ernestkoroma, it also comes to the reputation of a judiciary. I know Brown Mark. Brown Mark now one of the legal luminaries where some of we get high respect on the country. And now that in Chief Justice, we only hope then will encourage the Minister of Justice and Attorney General may stay away from this case because he put one hat when at the political hat as a minister and the other one as Attorney General. So if he can recuse himself from this issue, it will be better so that at least the test, because when you don't can damage these kind of allegations against a former president, just put yourself in the shoes of this man. That was exactly the picture where I talk about. If you look in disposition, you look in demeanor, you look in personality, it will see say it in disbelief. And the summary of that, now waiting a lawyer, a lead lawyer, we the former Minister of Justice and Attorney General, Joseph Fitzgerald Kamara say, he say these are nothing but trump up charges with a view for reduce this man based on the playbook of waiting President Biobi don't say. Me now as a political scientist, we're concerned about human rights and the rule of law. If you don't accuse, you for come with compelling evidence, but not go, you don't charge somebody, then you they go back and make a propaganda, you they go try for get public opinion favor. We all don't do that one day. We don't do what you call randomized surveys them, who call people them, who no one know who side and they, who don't know the region who side and they. Out of 10 people them we may talk to, and then survey them. Between 7 and 8, they tell you say, they not believe say this na cool. They believe say the government don't fail the people them for provide security in the country, so then they look for scapegoats. But again, since they say they get evidence and the matter they before the court, I only hope that the issues around the president's image, who is going to restore that? Who is going to promote the peace and security we need for Sierra Leone? How do we move beyond just Sierra Leone making the negative headlines in the international community by that kind of situation there, especially at the start of a new year? So the ball is in Madabio's court. Whether for gain a personal thing, for bring out somebody say, they put this sport into nothing, versus say, you know what? From 2018 to now, where I don't kind of power. Now, social need to get me. Prison, they don't go break up till today and not able to address that. Instead, not able to know almost people they don't die. They don't kill people in Makeni, Tombo, different parts of the country, including my 91. And up to today, they kill Evangelist Samson, whether a young blogger. Till today, the government's not able to come and address the issues in there. Then now, una don't say, okay, you know what, it's not cool. So, which means the government give answer. How una see don't say them go broke an armory, then take weapon in that place. Who is going to hold the government accountable? So for me, the reputational damage when they want to bring to the former president, don't get me wrong. There are certain issues that the president on up than Ernestkoroma. I say, pa, you they go na other parts of the world, you they go promote peace, you they promote democracy and good governance. I say, but inside Sierra Leone, then they can kill people them, including McKinney, the people that come out, then go stand up for you. The poorer people that come out, then go stand up for you when they want to fit to you. I say, but your silence when you know they talk is very conspicuous. I said that too. But at the end of the day, they say, you know, waiting. They say sometimes when I can't talk, the way things are in the country, they say, in as a statesman, you want to bring people them together. They say no one make any statement where they contribute to the divisiveness in the state. And right now, I will tell you categorically, that Mada Bio is nothing but a very divisive president, somebody that came where his statements the way they make now just rhetorics, that he is the father of the nation, the fountain of honor, a day in for make sure say, irrespective of the tribe where somebody come out, it will bring unity. But all that now waiting I can call a facade, not just political rhetorics. But
Okay,
I
so
believe
since you know,
one thing, I believe in karma. You not get for be president for life. How you prayed you bid, and so you go read off.
all right.
So where you left power, you go able to walk at the streets of Freetown without security. You go able to walk at Sierra Leone without security. You not get for they always watch behind your shoulder. This now food for thought for them.
So let's talk about the reputational damage of reputational damage.
I can always say I don't know Mada Bio for a very long time. From 1993, where that time that day from a college at the rights for New Breed newspaper. From the time where then go arrest we, go publish that article on New Breed. We then turn and they then go lock we then can pull we small time number for law can get released from the cells. We Mada Bio go the kind words and we go use from the prison officers and the CID people then. Why then let we out? Then you begin to wonder, say, who is this guy? And this guy been don't come America, he been there American University. He say he go read peace and conflict studies. If for no waiting a negative peace now country. This man, even August 10, 2022, protest them, not the country. Before he come, he don't even make a very declarative statement. He say na APC na then one make coup. I think say him because him don't make coup twice now in life. So anything for him na coup. He say na APC don't make coup. APC na insurrectionist. But later, the very committee where he set, headed by lawyer Emmanuel Safa Abdulai, they can put and very clearly say, he say no, this not constitute a coup. You don't understand. So for me, we speak to many, many angles in this matter. The statements and way all the politics. Look like this young man, we don't even sabi waiting at politics. Just because they give you an opportunity, you be a minister of information, you don't know the play cook way, then big one and they can talk. Because you president don't talk up, you vice president don't talk up. You back, you go Kaila on Portsmouth. The next thing, you go take the cue from them. Say if big man not behave so, but why all of that? Do not run a commentary on an issue that is under investigation, particularly when we not get the evidence, because that in law is what we call sub judice. It is wrong, and that makes some of us be very bold for come out very publicly and call them out on that.
Trust in the justice system, especially Brown Mike. Me want to take you from the point of wherein we don't see similar incidents where they happen in that country over the past couple of years. We don't see they accuse Paulo Conte, for example, they lock him up for over a year. Also, they say he goes gone, he want to kill President Biona State House. He spent over 1 year. Sylvia Blyden, we now are friends with the First Lady. He said they don't accuse him of incitement. They lock him up for a long time. They arrest, Kemosise, former Minister of Transport. They lock him up for a long time. Later, they release him. They arrest Kamarimba and find him guilty of, say, illegal speaking way below the age of consent. Even though he denied all the charges, he spent a long time in prison until later they release him where he don't sick. We don't see what happened to LJ when they say go thief mobile phone and thief 2 million euros. He says spend long time in prison until recently they release him. So when they say the instances there don't happen, so I'm pretty critical of what the thing say. This issue against EBK, when we look at all around in the world, I don't talk so. You think say with this EBK will get a fair trial in that court of Salon? What do you think about that? With reference to it, I don't talk so.
The preliminary things where you highlight Sierra Leone or democracy are always the same as a fledgling democracy. A fledgling democracy because we get the state institutions, but even though they always pretend say we get the legislature, the executive and the judiciary, then for be separate from man and order, within the spirit of separation of powers. We don't see where we get to things are called benevolent dictatorship. Now, I'm President Biodepa. He say he was elected by the people, then they use him powers them against the people. Because you go arrest somebody, you go keep up. Then all like the medieval times, then you don't sleep overnight. You say, no, I don't left you. I don't free you today. You know the psychological damage we don't create so that what person there. You know the post-traumatic stress disorder we don't create so that person there. Where is the state for compensate them people and for the distress where they don't go through? Do we have that in place? We don't have it. But rather, the police will tell you, say, we get 50 million for anybody we go give information for arrest. But when they go court LAJ in here, the former IG can tell you, say, now part of the standard operating procedures. The human rights community, some of who all come, we challenge who side they adopt the SOP. Would that tell you, say, you get rights to go interfere with somebody in body without in consent or a court warrant, a court directive? So all the examples that we don't see, now part of the political intimidation, anybody will raise a voice. Then they make sure say them hold you, then go keep you. Then after some time, then let you, they still not get nothing against you. They did that to Paulo Conte. They did that to Abu Darami. They did that to Abba George Williams, the former mayor of City. So all of these are APC people. So now the question where Secretary they talk say they don't abrogate and expunge the death penalty. Fair enough. But I will tell you, I will challenge you, say, from the time where they don't put the death penalty to now, compared to the time where even day, the killing where Mother Bio don't commit from 2018 to now, it passed the time where they don't put this death penalty. So the question then is, where are we for our democracy? Where is our judiciary that has to be very independent? Where is the peace we crave for as a country? Where is the rule of law? These are questions I am provoking so that Sierra Leoneans can reflect to say, you know what? We have here a very brutal and debilitating conflict in the 90s that led to the death of a conservative figure of over 50,000 people. And in January 6th, 1999, we also had an invasion of the city that culminated to the deaths of innocent and unsuspecting Sierra Leoneans. Is that the path we want 2024 moving forward? Because all of these actions are very divisive. Would I go kill the former the security na Ernestkoroma they're able to hold that person there, or that person they above the law. So don't cherry pick when it comes to the rule of law. Because when you do that, you are creating a chaos in the country, and you create people them when the critical voices them, you attempt for silence them, they go on the ground. And when they go on the ground, that is not good for the peace and security of our country.
They always talk about, lawlessness. They talk about a day against violence, But we see, for example, presidential bodyguards, them, there are a lot of roles where they don't play. And all of them things that's why they highlight. So recent one, you say on a victim, now the party office, when a party office side, then go and go shoot them. And we read, before one protest maybe happened, where one of the bodyguards them, they make audio say, let a man then just deploy no more around McKinney and other side, them, a big APC guns them there. In case of anything, let them just go and post them, kill them people and other things there. All of them, and then the military area, this are military personnel we talk about. We walk through, the training at the military school. But one day, Marabio no send up for investigation. From where they may talk about I watch where the military come and say they go investigate them, nothing there's still the war, there's still the waiting and do need for do, and there's still with this kind of statement when Marabio makes what they say, if anybody try it again, you not believe for tell the story. It just don't confirm say yes. Then man they actually ask on that instruction for use, for use what they call extrajudicial, means for kill people in the country.
That statement where he make, if not a serious democracy, if not country where the people them ready for take destiny in we hands, We all for come out and protest that. That's not incitement against the people of the country. Because you as president, as a fountain of honor, you have no right to come and threaten the citizens of your country. We don't see in presidential bodyguards them. Their own weapon them, then they drink. Then they tell you, say, this now for Tolombo, anybody will make them, they go 6 feet. Who they wear black. We don't see an SLPP operative. We go all meeting. They say anybody will say no one's mother, if they make a sign, say we'll kill her. Nobody has been held accountable. So where are you, Mr. President? Take leadership. For be a leader, not to just for a party, not to for SLPP members, not to for just a cross-section of the country. It will be for every Sierra Leoneans, whereby my rights under Chapter 3 of 1991 Constitution must be protected and respected. But if you as president, they come, you they make threatening statements them against citizens them, where apparently oppose your views, and not think say that are a hallmark of leadership. Leadership, you for be tolerant, you for show understanding, and you for be there for everybody. And not forget, say, our constitution is very clear in the preamble that political sovereignty belongs to the people. We the people them. The constitution was established to protect us. But you know they come and make inflammatory statements them against people them. You the old people them at random, then you they left them at will, then you young people them, then they commit crimes them. 30 days. We then go fire tear gas power, then kill. The president even get the audacity. They go on international media. They say they not kill nobody. They not go fire nothing at party office June 24, 2023. They say APC they crave for international sympathy. I was very mad when he said that because I was a victim. I dealt with a whole lot of post-trauma following that attack because I was there as a Sierra Leonean, and the right to belong to a political party of your choice is a fundamental human right that is enshrined in Chapter 3 of our 1991 Constitution. And the president doesn't have that power to take that from me at all. So this is where, as a country, the president should be held accountable for some of the chaos, the atrocities, and we don't happen in that country today. But when you cherry pick, because you get power, you gain a power today. Forget say power, APC don't gain a power for 10 uninterrupted years. We come out today, you coming. Who that tell you say you get for the day till you die?
Okay.
Who that tell you so?
All right.
Yeah,
Continue.
yeah. They digest a little bit something where I've been posted since on the 4th of May 2020. I talk about the Milgram theory, when I read, about the theory, the Milgram theory, they talk about the theory where people then get the tendency for inflict pain on others if given the instructions by higher authority. This theory they talk about how it's a real theory where I do school master's program when they talk about the Milgram theory. Larry, that just quote for you this theory put forward by Stanley Milgram, a Jewish psychologist, proposes that people have the tendency to inflict pain on others if given the instructions by a higher authority. It was popularized in the 60s after perpetrators of crimes of the Second World War argued that they were not guilty of any crimes because they were just following instructions. Why I just rephrase this thing, I post them in 2020 because don't they see a lot of people following instructions at the end of the day doing things where, in my own view, where no make sense. Why if you say when people they follow instructions, or because if you say they follow instructions, they cannot do what is right. Then they cannot ask questions. They cannot question authorities in power. And if you say me at this, even at this level where this one, I'm not at that kind of level. The way I'm just following instruction. What do you think? I just say like,
Well,
emphasize it as we talk about this.
it is a good thing. It's a good theory. And I can even compliment them with waiting one philosopher say, power corrupts, absolute power corrupts absolutely. If you go to the 1991 Constitution, there are limitations of waiting the president for do and waiting enough for do. But we don't see even the way the president don't violate the Constitution, even when then they set up the commissions of inquiry. You still say lawyers then come the bar association, then write to the judiciary, then invoke section 150. that it is not been followed. At the end of the day, Madabio go away with it. We don't see police people them, then go inside parliament, then go beat opposition people them, then pull them because they want for elect a speaker. After which then bring them back inside. Nobody was there to hold anybody accountable. We don't see a situation where somebody that is supposed to be non-partisan in the name of the clerk of parliament, if they call police them, take them out. Some people like him drunk with small power with them. That is drunkenness of power. And who is there? We don't see during the reign of Sani Abacha in Nigeria. We see prominent lawyers, like the Ransomberg, the Putis, the Ganifa Wahanis. They gave the guy a hell of time when it comes to human rights and to respect the constitution of the country and for restore democracy in Sierra Leone, in Nigeria. The question is, where are our human rights lawyers? Where are the voices? Or is it just the issue, the survival of the state should be in the hands of politicians and political parties? No. This is where I call on the moral guarantors of the Lome Peace Agreement. Where are the interreligious council? So then just they wait things won't go bad. Now the tenant they come in a knee-jerk approach. That is a cosmetic way of addressing the issues in our country. Where are the progressive journalists that we get in our country? Where are they? Not so for them that call we no more say we get a journalistic media, they go there next time, then go give you a bass and rest. We don't want that. Do the needful by doing what you are supposed to do, so that we as the fourth estate, if I can put me heart as a journalist, as a member of the fourth estate, when the three arms of government then connive, correct the state, I should come in as one of the non-state actors then. Now that make we get the coveted title of being the fourth estate in a democracy. Now that make Abraham Lincoln a blessed memory.
Stand up like fourth, the fourth estate, whereas they're very poor and they always they look to the government for give them some support for them for survive.
But that is the challenge we have. Because to me, even that same way, then go give rest, then give your bas, that was very insulting. It was insulting. And I said that to colleagues them in Slash.
But even
I
when
say, you know what?
The poverty make them even know what they happen. They don't even see how insulting it is.
Well, this is where our democracy is on the harbinger. Because at the end of the day, if they're able to opt all the progressive voices them. For me, when I be a president, I prefer to appoint somebody who critical of me. Look what happened with Charles Guy. We don't go down in history as a success-serving Attorney General and Minister of Justice. When Madabio appoint him, he go address the leadership of the police. He said, listen, me as Minister of Justice and Attorney General, me your style, as a lawyer, we believe in the Constitution. Anything when I orders from above, we will not take them, even from me, publicly, within the twinkle of an eye, then relieve them of imposition. So, which means we believe in orders from above. I remember I was asked a similar question about this issue, orders from above. We have state institutions that are functioning. The issue from orders from above, no, they come into being. Don't get me wrong. The rule of law, not care about status. The rule of law, they see you as a person vis-a-vis the law. But when you create a picture where people not believe that what you are doing, the person will get a fair trial, now it make all them doubts I don't come. And now you see say the president and in people and they spend a lot of money and time for try for use public relations for let people and believe say indeed now could happen November 26th.
So since you
Why
use that point,
anyway,
let us just take one of the other issue where naturally for help to clean the image of this government and naturally for making say the government love peace and really want to unite the people. But when you see the action, this make we go straight to the ECOWAS, and the kind of treason thing where we see right now. What do you take of the ECOWAS in action, because before this time, we're always going to say ECOWAS very much hypocrite, ECOWAS not a come on time for act on sensitive them on the election and all. So now they don't see the problem right now that the wall, they right in front of everybody. So they're very much concerned and say, no, if we sit down and wait, let this thing, we will therefore spend more money back now this country where we don't spend money back, where we don't make a lot of people that we don't lost their life for save, the peace and stability. So now they don't come and make this kind of offer to Madabio with regards to Ernestkoroma and asylum or exile in Abuja, Nigeria. But yet still the government they play anti-bargain. What do you feel say this will get for international petition?
All waiting ECOWAS be they do now, what you call it, the international relations, preventive diplomacy. Then they foresee the issues, then they foresee the problem. They not just call on Madabio and impose on and say, no, we do this. They even dispatched two very important presidents in the sub-region, Wina Akufo-Addo and also Macky Sall. They went to Sierra Leone to have conversations. All they be need for doing, if you have compelling evidences, we have a spot for this guy in Nigeria, the president has agreed, then you can do whatever thing. He's not going to hide. We can still make him available if indeed he is answerable to any charges. But what did they do? They ignore that. All the Madabio want, they go with the playbook where say, I will reduce this guy to nothing. But for reduce somebody to nothing, you must have what you call the rule of law, because the rule of law says every person before the law, when you accuse him of any crime, you for still presume him for being innocent until proven guilty beyond all reasonable doubt in a competent court of law. Full stop. That is the Dyson principle in law. But at the end of the day, they say, let us use preventive diplomacy. Ernestkoroma used preventive diplomacy in here in colleagues them, now the Gambia, where Adama Barrow win the elections. Jammeh say he don't congratulate him. Later he rescind. He say no, I not congratulate again. Now he say a lie. So what happened? They use what they call gunboat diplomacy. Then dispatch military jets in the air. Then dispatch a ship in the waters close to the Gambia. Then Ernestkoroma they go in for go negotiate for say, listen, we don't need this. Your country is small. Your economy is terrible. For the sake of peace and national unity, here is a plight. Take what you want, take, let you go. Now, Equatorial Guinea, a country of your choice. At the end of the day, decorum prevail. And as things that can happen now, today, Adama Barrow in the last elections, they go connive again with the president, Jammeh Eyo party. They come together, they win the elections. So, but it's not happening. So this is where prudent leadership comes in. Madabio will tell me, say, smart pass all people in ECOWAS. He will tell me, say, it's smart pass who honor Sierra Leone. He is president today. But some of us are highly educated more than him. We are exposed more than him. We know governance issues more than him. But we give him the respect as a president. And when we give him that respect, him back for do the needful. All what thing we expect from him, hold the social contract. Serve your people with compassion and empathy. That's where you will get peace for serve. But for let you just go to sleep, you dream, say people they want to challenge your authority, then you go public. Anybody who want challenge, they don't challenge. These three people then try, they will see who side they will end. That is a threat against your people. And you are supposed to be the father of the nation. So at the end of the day,
wishes to inform the General Republic that it will host a court martial commencing tomorrow at court number 1, main law court building in Freetown. In view of the above, stringent security protocol has been set up around the court precinct in order to ensure a smooth process throughout the course of the proceedings, including a cut down of the number of people around the court. Consequently, court reporters have been prepared a temporary media accreditation to ease access to the courts, and same shall come over other media houses, Radio Democracy, YV, SLBC. So the court martial on this school, they start tomorrow already, and this is not just a media advice we just come out from the even though, well, I see where they circulate the judiciary of Sierra Leone page, and I just want to confirm say it's true. And then the judiciary of Sierra Leone their own WhatsApp group. So by all indications, I hope say this one one. But on another note, Mr. Bayraytay,
I will confirm Alpha for say that is true because before I come in at the show, I've been get for talk to one of the two lawyer party them and tell me say then get for going to court tomorrow because the court martial they begin. So I can tell you say it's a fact.
So
yeah, so
follow me
that's a
this
fact.
how they talk about the court martial, waiting this get for do it. Let people understand it very well. Who that in case we get for the C in this particular matter.
Well, this now the people them way now the military people them way they allege say they're involved in waiting then call a coup. So because they are in the military, now through court martial then they go. But that notwithstanding, they are still entitled to get legal representation outside of waiting the military will give them as lawyers.
Before this time, 1996, for example, under Tijan Kaba, no, not 96, 98, under Tijan Kaba, I
98.
forget. Yes, under Tijan Kaba, when Sujaman they been going at court martial, when they found them guilty, the likes of Kula Samba and others, then they boy, then been faced with what they call, firing squad, so with even when they say now we don't get death penalty, even when they say we don't get death penalty, then if they find out they are guilty, we therefore end up with that kind of situation.
Well, now that they don't expunge the death penalty from the laws of the country, which means the maximum you can get when they find you on any treason, now life imprisonment, that will be the maximum you can serve. But again, say die, yes.
Yeah.
So now that makes some of we believe say we get what we call miscarriage of justice. We would see them defend people them guilty unnecessarily just because you say you, if I catch you, now me get power. If I put you, I go to jail you today. Then they will go spend some time, then they left them. Now that makes it today, people them where they don't kill, like LJ chocolates them, with them today. The president say, oh, I don't free him. Then later, after the guy don't come, he don't left the country, the next thing they say, oh, we need them wanted. Say today, aid and tail will not know what you're not happy with that. So you see, this cherry picking selective justice now it don't undermine the confidence of Sierra Leoneans, or let's say majority of Sierra Leoneans in the judiciary in independence, into we state institutions, and until we go to waiting for we need strong state institutions. When we get state institutions, okay.
Why they're not going to say open to all media houses, including we all critical voices and other people, they just pick some journalists the way they pick what are in a court. That's again also they borrow the same thing.
Well,
what do you think? Because this is a sensitive matter where you want at least for the people who are accused, they're able, people are able to get as much information as possible.
Wait. Alpha, you're a journalist, the courts, for example, no big. Then court martial people, remember saying they get their own legal people, then one they get for the day, they get for get their own family members, they get for the day, and then the journalists then. So, for example, if they say they just open to all journalists, like we say no more journalists, they're not more correct now, So for me, like me personally, I don't get problem with waiting a booth because the bottom line now, then if AYV or SLBC or Star TV go, they put some live coverage, we all will see.
Not a live coverage. Now like picking one reporter where they go listen and report. All right? Not a live coverage. You cannot put this in a live coverage. And then
when we look forward for see if they will put a live. If they put a live, then it's good for we all because we want to benefit from that thing. Well, if they get there and every day outcome on that they put back on the news, then I think the bad thing there.
Yeah, well, definitely. But in this case, they're not mentioning I they put on live, so I'm not expecting it to be live. Okay.
In that we need for wait and see waiting in the cabinet at the end of the day.
Okay, before they take calls, we'll begin to take calls. I want to ask Mr. Bayraytay because a lot of friends, fans, family members, and supporters of former President Ernestkoroma right now concerned about in life, in safety and security. With all this already happened, so first they don't go invite McKinney, who said he didn't home, he can't free home, and put him on house arrest. He did it for a couple of weeks now. Now I don't begin appear court for this alleged treason, and they don't adjourn the case to I think the 17th. A lot of concerns what I don't see on social media, and even other people away maybe they talk to we when fans or friends or even people away close to the former president. They're concerned about in safety of in life, in security. What do you think about this as this day unfold? It takes a genuine concern from people who like them or we still love them based on how you don't rule the country for the past 10 years.
I think those are genuine concerns. Genuine concerns because this man is not just an ordinary person, but in the eyes of the law, he is expected under the rule of law that nobody is bigger than the law. But all those concerns about insecurity, in health and safety, I think those are genuine concerns. And the more the states become very transparent about how they protect them, because I can't still understand even just the trauma of him going, and I talk now as a clinical social worker here, the trauma of him being at his residence in Godrich, who said and go kill in your own security. Just going there, that in itself is a huge trauma for him. So the question is he also getting psychological support? He need to talk to somebody, because when they in that kind of situation, they create a lot of anxiety for people, a lot of depression can come inside. So that is where they need to talk to people like us, so that we will provide that psychological support, so that whilst in a battle, and I know say in way periodically, they can always go to Germany on the medical checkups. So does that mean if a medical checkup due just now, then go allow him for go? Now that they don't hold him in house arrest. So these are some of the questions, and I see the legitimate concerns. We, of course, the in people them and fans them and party supporters they make. But me own thing here today, this opportunity when I gave me, I'm glad the way now based on what I see, the political ramifications, the peace issues in our country, and of course, speaking as a political scientist, we're very privy to diplomacy and how to prevent conflicts in situations like this. Because at the end of the day, whatever action you want to do, I always they say part of leadership is when you say you want to do this action, you look for the alternative hypothesis, waiting at the pros and cons. If you say, okay, this man, I must go put him for the dock. That will make me feel good as a president, but tell and say, I'm in the boss, I'm in a president right now. Versus say, you know what, this man a former president, and no say I get evidence against him. I will send people them now in host, let them go take evidence and let them go interview him. Then also we will able to take in lawyers them, the depositions them, then can present them to the magistrate. That's another alternative. But Mother Biyochu say, I will reduce you to nothing. I will put you at the dock. I will tell you, say, I'm in at the boss. The question then is, where are we heading for? Do you have the compelling evidence? Is it not just going to transcend for, say, do you know Koita? Do you know Abraviva? Do you know this? Do you know that one day? Yeah, I know them. So the next question is, so what? And this is where you need to build your case. You build your case as a prosecutor and remove your Minister of Justice and Attorney General because of the political slant. We don't want this matter to take. So that at the end of the day, justice should not only be served, but it should be seen to be served. And that to be seen, therefore, calls for transparency.
All right.
Thank you.
For the
We're able to take